So everybody around you cannot be your customer. There are people you can work for, and there are people you cannot work for. That's why people say I'm expensive. I'm not expensive. I'm very affordable. It's just that I gave my business name a value. You understand? You cannot work for everybody. Everybody cannot be your clients.
That's it. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Flex Films TV. Yet another episode of Unscripted Podcast with Felix Ben. And on the show today, we have
Wiseman Victor Hansen.
Oh, Mr. Wiseman. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Mr. Wiseman, let's get to know you.
Okay, my name is Wiseman Victor Hansen. I'm a professional 3D signage maker. I design t-shirts, I brand, anything printing, branding, and customizing is what I do.
Wow. Oh, Mr. Wiseman, good to meet you. So that means you do anything branding?
Yeah, anything printing, branding, customizing. Although I'm multi-talented, I do other things.
Oh, wow.
But that's just like the basic.
Very industrious, young man. Okay, good to meet you, sir. Welcome, sir. Okay, sir, we have a few questions for you, sir. You know the aim of this program already, and it's also to educate our audience out there. And please, sir, one of the questions is, what is the positive and negative influence of technology in your business?
Okay, like to me, the positive influence of technology in my own business is that it makes the work easier. Like in years past, before you can deliver a job, it would take like months or weeks for you to finish a particular job. But right now, the kind of machines that these guys are bringing up, it makes the work faster. Okay. Now, that's the positive influence. Okay. Now, the negative influence is that sometimes some people might not be able to have the kind of money the machine is going for to afford it. Yeah, so it therefore makes you to work harder. Okay. Like, you need to save up for you to be able to meet up to the standard of what is really going on right now. Okay. That's just like the negative part. But in terms of, I think the positive part is higher than the negative. Okay. That's what I can say.
With the level of the negative part, so what do you have to do apart from hustling hard? When you still hustle, because there are times you hustle and then it looks like the money is not forthcoming, but the energy you are just putting in is not bringing out the same result. In order to meet up the target, which is to get the necessary tools you desire to get. So at that point, what do you do, sir?
Okay, in business, one thing you have to do is do what makes you happy. Anything you have passion for is what you should go for. So it doesn't matter the kind of machine they're bringing out. There are definitely some kind of ways you definitely do for you to achieve it the same way. It's just like you getting a machine that is like 10 million. There's still a machine of 1 million that can do the same job. So apart from the technology, it's just all about you using your own intellect to make sure you do it in this other way just to achieve the same result.
Okay. All right, sir. Now, you say you are into branding, sir. That nowadays, many people want to do it themselves because I don't know if you know about this DIY, do it yourself. People are going on tutorials, and then with the help of AI, artificial intelligence, or everybody wants to do everything they want, like most especially design. You get people can now just want to do a particular design, and they go to the social media or the internet and then meet AI. Say, AI, please, I want the design. Create the design with somebody attached this and this, and AI will bring in results. With that, sir, do you think you will still have enough patronage?
Definitely, you still have enough patronage. Now, one thing about business is you being good at what you do. Now, in terms of having patronage, it's just all about you making sure you give your customer the best. Now, there's one thing about business people don't really understand. Let me calm down. Now, business is kind of a situation whereby you give out a good output. Now, whatever you give out to the audience or to the public is what will refer you to another person. Now, AI is doing its own thing, but someone sitting on the system to design. Now, when you hear the word design, it's all about you interpreting what a client illustrated or gave you through conversation. Okay. Now, you bring it out that illustration into a picture, and it's pleasing to the eye is what makes it a design. Now, this is how you get a flyer from someone. You collect a flyer from someone. The first thing, like we designers, there are times we get flyers from people. The first thing that comes into our head is to look at the design of that flyer. There's how I get the flyer. It's not pleasing to my eye. I will not even look at the information. I'll just fling it away. But there's how I get the flyer. The first thing, if I'm attracted to that design, to a particular point, I won't throw it away for some time. You know why? Because I will try as much as possible to see if I can recreate something exactly like this so that I can use this to win a client. What the AI designs cannot be the same with what a human being is designing. Now, AI is making use of all those available pictures and all those available backgrounds that are already implemented into the system. So they will just be extracting things and create the image for people. Now, what the AI creates, if a normal human being who is a designer wants to recreate, they will never be the same.
Okay.
Though the AI one might be pleasing to the eye, it's just for people who don't really want to pay a designer to do a good job for them. I think that's why they will still go. But someone sitting on the system to redesign that same thing, it will never be the same.
Okay, that's a very powerful one. But the main thing there is the information you're given. And then because there are a lot of persons that will still find satisfaction with what they give to artificial intelligence, and then the results the artificial intelligence give to them, they find satisfaction in that. So how about those people that at the points they used to patronize you, and suddenly they stop? Then you meet them and then ask them, what is the problem? Why have you not been patronizing? They say, I can do it myself. You understand? So all those things that you have been doing for me, I can now do it for myself. Now, what is the next step? What will you do? What will be that challenging thing that you do to win them back to you, to the company?
There are so many things you need to do to win clients. You know, all these new... Now everybody wants to go into business. All these newbies. Yes, let me put it that way, newbies. Everybody wants to go into business, and there are some people that don't have the ideology about business. Now, getting clients... Or let me say, getting a physical client to always patronize you regularly is different from getting a client online. Now, like the way I build my own business, 70% of my clients don't come to my office. 30% comes. Why? How did I do it that way? It's very simple. Now, when your client trusts you to a level whereby he can send some amount of money to your account, gives you an information, and goes to sleep and just believe that you are capable of bringing out the best. That's what trust in business is all about. Now, you have to build trust with your clients. You have to be genuine. Now, genuine in the way that you must be. Always make sure that you give them the original thing of what they are looking for. Now, you know, nowadays it's very difficult to convince someone to bring out money, especially in this hard time, to bring out money and do something tangible. So you must make sure you build that trust with your clients. I think when you build the trust and you're giving them what they want, definitely they will come back no matter what the AI does.
Okay. So we all know that White Man Design is a very big company, and the big company that has done great jobs over time now. And of course, yeah, it is. So how has it been during that starting point when you started? How were you able to still pull through? What has been the factor that has been pushing you all this when it wasn't moving? Because I know that it wasn't moving at the point when it started. Yeah, every business doesn't move at first. You get, so it takes a gradual process. Then you keep going. So what has been the motivating factor behind the strength?
Okay, like I said, in business, any business you want to venture into, make sure you have passion for it. Someone mustn't push you to start. Now, in business, it's good to start where you are. Use what you have. You will definitely get what you want. Now, my own business, it wasn't that easy. Now, some people think building a brand, you just wake up and bring out a brand name and start working and boom, it will explode. It doesn't work that way. Business is a gradual process. It's consistency, step by step. There were times I felt like giving up, I won't lie. But one thing keep pushing me. If you give up, guy, you don't fuck up.
I'll give up, like to fuck up.
Seriously. So it wasn't easy, it wasn't rosy. There were, in business you make mistakes, but that mistakes is what takes you to the next level in life or the next level in business. Now, in business, you have to accept trials and difficulties. Because as part of life and business, it is what will make you go higher to the next level. Now, you must make sure that you are ready to face every storm that comes your way. Because there is no business that will just start and boom, you explode immediately. There is no crime in starting small. That's the advice I can give to anybody that wants to start business. There is no crime in starting small. Start small, build up your brand. And one thing you should build up is your business name. Now, keep your business name in a way whereby whenever somebody hears the name, somebody will know, yes, this name has prestige. Build your brand to have value. Everybody must not be your customer.
Sure.
That is another advice I have to give someone. Everybody cannot be your customer. Now, let me cite an example. There is a bread you can buy somewhere. Okay, let's say you buy a bread in a shop, in a kiosk, for 15 naira. Now that same bread is taken to a room, well furnished, with AC, fan, lightings and decorations. A table and a seat is kept, and the bread is kept on the table. That same bread you bought 15 naira at that kiosk, with the same bread in that house that is being furnished, and the price is going to be the same.
Not going to be the same.
Never. It will never be the same.
Right.
So what am I trying to say? That bread that was in that kiosk has been taken out of the kiosk into a well rebranded area. So the price can never be the same. Now someone buying from the kiosk is coming in into the refurbished, let me call it that way. It was a normal tash house, but it has been refurbished and rebranded. He is expecting to buy that bread at that same price of the kiosk, but he or she asking for the price, and they'll now tell him no, it's not the same price. Now what, that bread has been given a value.
Sure.
Now it has been taken from nothing to something, so the price can never be the same. So everybody around you cannot be your customer. There are people you can work for, and there are people you cannot work for. That's why people say I'm expensive. I'm not expensive. I'm very affordable. It's just that I gave my business name a value. You understand? You cannot work for everybody. Everybody cannot be your clients.
That's it.
Because there are those that are ready to pay for value. There are those who are not ready to pay. So you just be focused, build your brand, and be ready for those who are ready to pay for your services. Those are people who appreciate your value. That is just it.
That's true, sir. That's a very good one. Okay, so you said one of the things that kept you going was passion.
Yes.
Passion, okay. And passion and consistency. Okay. Down to say now, can you please just tell us some of those challenges you went through during the starting points, one of those challenges, and how you were able to overcome them?
Okay. One of the challenges I faced was electricity. Yeah. You know, this Nigerian electricity is not stable. So at some point I needed to save up money to get a generator. Okay. I didn't have money that time. So I was always, there are times I want to brand a t-shirt for someone. I'll finish the cutting and everything, and I'll wait for light for I'll wait for light for 3 hours. It won't come. And imagine a situation whereby a client comes into the office and says he wants to brand 50 t-shirts and he needs it in 3 hours. Right. And you're done with everything. You're just waiting for light to press. It was quite challenging. Right. There were times I had to take my t-shirts and my machine to a dry cleaning place just to make sure I satisfy a client. That is one thing I was trying to tell you about value, originality, building trust for your clients. Now, there are some clients that know that things are expensive. Fuel price has gone high. Now, but they still know that if I give this guy this job and tell him I want you to deliver to me in 1 hour time, he will. That is the trust. Now, he will come after I want this thing, blah, 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 blah. 1 hour time, he will leave. His mind is fully trusting you with it because you know you can deliver. And once he leaves your office, it is your own ability now to say, oh yes, I have to deliver this thing within 1 hour. So you have to go extra mile to make sure you satisfy your clients. That is just it. That's one of the challenges. Another challenge was buying equipment and machines. When I started, I didn't have anything. There are times I'll get the jobs. I'll take those jobs to another person's place who has the machines. I'll pay. I'll do the jobs myself. From there, after paying for the equipment leasing, I'll finish it. I'll bring it back to the office. My customer will not know that I don't have those machines. Everybody.
Then your interest was not really much.
No. The interest was just to satisfy the client, build their trust, and gain their confidence. Once you get those 3 things, I don't think your customer, yes,
trust and confidence.
Yes, your customers will always trust you. So that's the point. You're coming about AI. Will you trust your work with AI? No, let's talk. Will you trust your work with AI?
At some point, because there are so many people that are actually
and this
okay
AI,
with
this
it.
AI thing is one thing people don't always understand. there are some creative and analytical information the AI generator is looking for before it can actually generate what you want. It's not everybody that knows about that.
That's true.
But that's a thought for another day.
Okay, sir. Another question is: do you sponsor brands? Like you see upcoming brands and other events, they come up and then when you see when we see your names, your logo on the flex and the billboards and all of that, is it that you sponsor them voluntarily or involuntarily? How do you do it?
I don't think there's anybody that would do an event and will just go somewhere and pick your logo and put it on the billboard. Like it never come that way.
Okay.
It doesn't work that way. I always sponsor.
Okay.
Yes.
Fine, sir. That's a good one, sir. Then, so you are here on the Unscripted podcast. You can actually sponsor this brand with with a T-shirt, and that will go a long way. So, sir, I know there are some. No matter how you work for a client, and then you give the client your very best, there must be a complaint. Yeah, there are those clients that you still feel unsatisfied, and then how do you handle unsatisfied clients?
That's what I teach my apprentices. It's called BCM, Business Client Management.
Okay.
There are ways you manage your clients. Like, I've been in business for years, so I don't think there's any client I can't handle. The tough, the bad, the ugly. I've had clients slap me, beat me several times, but at the end, he or she will end up apologizing. You understand? So it all handling a client or managing a client depends on how you portray yourself. You don't talk back at your client. Allow the client to complain. Then when he or she is done, you don't tell him, "Oh, sir, ma, this is how this thing was, or this is how it was." I've done a work for a client. She made a mistake. Ladies are very difficult to handle. She made a mistake on the writing part she gave to us. So we design. After designing, before we print any job, we will send the soft copy for you for correction. So we now send it to her. She did all the corrections. I'll ask you, is that all? Any other correction? She said, no. Please go ahead and print. I'm coming immediately to pick it. We went ahead and print. So after printing, when she came to pick the job, she saw a mistake. Thank God it wasn't from us. It was from her, the way she misspelled it. Because I asked her, is this spelling correct? She said, yes, that is how from where she's from, that is how they normally spell. So when she came, she said she just confirmed from somebody that there's a mistake that I should correct it. I said, this is a hard copy. We can't correct. Had it been you told us this when the thing was still on system, we would have corrected it before printing. She started flaring up. So I just allowed her to flare. After flaring her, I said, ma, what do we do? The only solution to this problem is for us to reprint. And I said, who pay for it? She flared. I said, okay, pay 70%. I'll pay 30%. That was how I was able to resolve that issue. So she paid for 70%. We took care of the 30%.
But there are some clients, no matter how you say it, they will not want to. That 70%, they will not agree to pay it. They will.
But there are still systematic way of you talking them out of it.
Okay.
It just depends on how you manage your clients.
Okay. That was quite an interesting and engaging moment. So, sir, I believe the audience watching this now have been able to learn so much in this session, and they are ready to actually follow up. So, I don't know if you are there and then you are looking for what to do, and then you are still confused, you don't know where to start from. I think watching this podcast should be able to give you an insight of what to do. So, Mr. Wiseman, for the last time, please, for the sake of this podcast, do you think you can actually sponsor or give a helping hand to anybody that is willing to start up something in this area?
Okay. Because of the podcast session, I think what I'll do is I'll open up just 2 slots for anybody who is willing to learn this work. From the time you're seeing the video, you have just 48 hours.
Okay, you have just 48 hours from the time you're seeing the video.
Contact Flex. If you want to learn this job with me, I'll train you for free. Just 2 slots. After the 48 hours, it's cancelled.
This is a great
Terms
one.
and conditions
This
apply.
is a great one. So as soon as you see this video, it lasts for just 48 hours. So if you don't take the opportunity seriously, and then you'll miss it. Thank you very much, Mr. Wiseman. It was an honor to have you. Please look forward to having you next time for another session. Thank you. Please, thank you viewers for watching this very video, and please don't forget to share, subscribe, and then also comments. Thank you.